Yo, what's up, everyone? It is the Beast, Brian London. Welcome back to the channel. If you see this face right here, if you hear this voice right here, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so you're notified when new videos are up. I need to get my subs up, man. I need to get my subs up. My kid's got over 4,000 TikTok subscribers, and I need to get my subs up because it's a competition and I'm losing badly. So let's do this. Subscribe to the channel. This one's a mixed bag today. I normally want to stay away from being so topical that by the time you watch this video, if it's 2 weeks from now when I'm recording this, which is August 20 something, I don't even know anymore. I think it's a Friday though, so that's good. Yeah, it's a Friday, so I'm in love. I don't think I just did that. Yeah, I did. But the idea of my videos, a lot of people, they'll do it every day and it's daily and it's okay if you keep up with it. But my idea of this is that you can watch one of my videos 2 weeks from when they're recorded, a month from when they're recorded, and they're still just as meaningful or topical or poignant or what have you. So I generally like to stay away from like, hey, yesterday this happened. But yesterday was National Radio Day. So that brought up a lot of good memories and bad memories about being in the business for 25 years. And then something horrible happened yesterday in the local South Florida radio business, which is a guy I looked up to immensely. Just one of the best I've ever been around in this business. John O'Connell is the program director of The Shark Alternative here in South Florida in Kiss Country. He was also at one point, he was the second program director of The Beach. But in his time, he's programmed every format possible in this industry. And he was let go yesterday by the big bad radio company. And it brings up for me, I'm sorry about like my huge face being in the middle of your screen. It's something you don't need to see. First of all, let me digress for 1 second. As you notice, I'm in a totally different situation here as far as my surroundings, and that's because with this virtual schooling thing, my wife is a teacher, my son is a student, so my wife is out behind the door behind me teaching, and my son is upstairs where I normally shoot my videos learning. So I am basically subjected to the master bedroom all day, just left to my own devices in here watching Netflix documentaries and playing Tetris, because that's basically what I have to do with my life. So I apologize. Back to yesterday being a little bit bittersweet. So National Radio Day. I always want to definitely shout out the radio industry. It gave me a career for 25 years, or something to do for 25 years. My first radio shift was in January of 1995 at 90.5 WVUM, the voice of the University of Miami, student radio station. And I was let go from my dream job in radio in November of 2019. So about 25 years spent in and around radio. And just the amount of memories that I had and have from being in that business will be with me for my entire life. They're amazing. I can't stop them. I keep sliding off my bed. All right, back up, you big bleep. All right, there we go. Now I feel like I'm on solid footing. Nothing's comfortable about this. This video's gone to hell in a handbasket. So yeah, like radio to me had a lot of ups and downs, ins and outs. I was in the business, what I thought was my dream job, and then I was let go, and then I had to create my own thing online, and then I built that up, and then luckily got another chance again, and did that again and got to another dream job and was let go again. And so, it's been hills and valleys in the radio business. Could I be any more cliche? And I don't know what's next for me. I'm unemployed right now, and I don't know what's next. I mean, 6 months ago, a year ago, I would have said, yeah, I'm gonna go look for another radio job. But from the outside looking in, it is an industry that is crumbling upon itself. And, a few months back, and I didn't really talk about this, I got a call from someone I worked with that was above me on the pay grade, if you will, kind of lecturing me, hey, you still have a lot of friends in radio, and when you're negative about radio, it impacts them, and you have to think about your friends in radio, and you should just keep it to yourself, and blah blah blah. And all right, I get it, I understand, and I do. I still have a ton of friends in radio around the country, and a lot of friends in radio locally, and a lot of friends in radio that are salespeople that, despite what they may really think about what's going on in the radio industry, they've got to push the positive narratives because they've got clients. They're trying to do their job and make money for their family, and I get it, and I wish no ill will upon anyone. We all have to, keep food on the table and pay the bills. So I get it. And I don't want anything I say to negatively impact any of my friends that are still in the industry. But let's be real with ourselves here. The terrestrial radio industry is dying. You can give me any number you want about listenership or reach or all that stuff, but it just is. It's dying. I feel like we're, 10 years ago talking about the newspaper industry. Listen, I've got nothing but time right now, and I can't tell you the last time I got into the car and actually punched up an AM or FM frequency. I may listen to those stations, but it's going to be digitally. But more often than not, I'm listening to a podcast. I've got the satellite. I've got a million other options for me to actually go seek out, a terrestrial radio signal. Meanwhile, an AM one, or an FM one, to be honest with you. So, and I've got nothing but time on my hands to do that. And I'm actively looking for something to listen to all day. So, if that's the case for me, and I'm a radio junkie, I can't even imagine just average Joe, average Jane in the world, and their listenership. And the thing about it is, they'll throw out, radio people will throw out ratings or hits, or they'll use any number that they can possibly use to show that people are still listening, and that's fine. But one, ratings by Nielsen are garbage because their sample size is garbage. For a market of 4 million, they have like 400 people or whatever the heck it is that carry around personal people meter, which is supposed to measure what they're listening to. But that's skewed because if you walk into a doctor's office and you have to sit in the waiting room for 45 minutes and they happen to have a radio station on, well, that counts you as a listener. But are you really a listener of that station? No, you're probably not even paying attention, but it marks you down as a listener. Any event, I digress. The radio industry is gone to hell in a handbasket. And I'm not even going to get into the, how, whys, all this stuff. But I just, when I heard that the big company got rid of literally one of the best in the industry, someone that I didn't just look up to, that hundreds of people looked up to, that people in this industry respected, and still respect as being a juggernaut of a manager, a guy that, the troops would follow into battle, to make that cliche. If that's the guy that they get rid of or eliminate his position, what does it say about the industry? It's just, it's just crumbling upon itself. And it makes me sad because it's what I love. I love the art and the medium of radio. I mean, I love it. And it's really sad to me. But it's time to think about what's next. Especially, like, listen, if you're still doing AM, if you're still doing sports on AM or news on AM or anything on AM, like, I mean, you might as well be like, like, it's not even like the newspaper. That's like etching writings on tablets. That's how antiquated that is. So no offense there, but yeah. And FM is slowly going that way as well. So it's like, what's next? And here's the issue that, and I don't have the answers, but here's the issue that radio is battling, which is that one, no matter what they tell you, and they put out propaganda pieces every day. I mean, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, and the radio people are putting out like just, this is up and this is the blah, 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 blah. Radio, no one, it's not just radio, like very few people have been able to monetize digital correctly. Whether it be, and there's two ways to do it, right? It's advertising, which has been very hard to do for digital. I mean, yes, you get advertisers, but not probably, I'm guessing, not at the same rate of spend as you would for terrestrial radio for some reason, or subscriptions, right? Those are the two ways to do it. And both are tough ways to go. Just as, listen, we've seen, as the newspaper business has moved online, I see my local writers every day pushing, please buy a digital subscription to our stuff. And, I don't know how many people are doing that or not. So those are the two ways to do it, right? Advertising or subscription. And I don't know that either one right now is amazing, is working amazingly. At least as it relates to terrestrial radio moving to digital in that sense. I mean, certainly, listen, like, there's juggernauts in the digital space, right? Like the Spotify's of the world, the Pandoras of the world, and certain podcasts, Adam Carolla's podcast, Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, there's exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, the space is completely overcrowded by content, and not enough of it's being monetized, and that's a problem. So that gives me some trepidation as to what do I do next, and trying to figure out how to get into that space, but also being able to make it a sound business. So that's what's been on my mind. But and I know I'm going all over the place, and that's because I'm just incredibly impacted by the big bad radio company letting someone that's like that good go. It's one thing, like when someone is let go, and yeah, maybe it's cost saving, and you're like, okay, like, I get it. Like, maybe that person wasn't really needed, or maybe like they could do without that person, or what have you. Like in my own case, like my position was eliminated. Do I think that I was essential? I do. But let's be honest, the two stations I helped run are still on the air. So, okay, I get it. But this guy, I mean, you eliminate his job, like it makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. And to do it on National Radio Day is just a punch in the face. So I guess, really this is just me venting about the industry I love more than any, and the people that I love that are in it, were in it, still in it. Some people still want to be in it. But it has a troubling future, and I don't know how it saves itself. I really don't. But if I figure it out, or if you figure it out, let me know, because someone's got to create content, make money off of it, right? I mean, that's the idea. Someone's got to do it. And some people have, but that's that's the exception to the rule. So John O'Connell, I dedicate this video to you, even though it's been me just slathering words all over the place. One of the best in the business, a fellow Bostonian, and just really one of the most, in an industry full of assholes, bastards, dicks, just horrible people, in an industry full of backstabbers and just people that act like personifications of tumors. John O'Connell, one of the most amazing people you'll ever meet. And I wish him nothing but success with whatever he does in the future. And as I texted him, I don't know what I have to offer to a guy that is incredibly well more suited for anything than I am. But listen, if he needs someone to wash his windows, I would go do that, because he's just a hell of a guy, and just an incredible talent, no doubt about it. So happy National Radio Day. Yeah. Again, subscribe to the channel. I promise you, videos that are coming, that I have done and will do, will be much more together than this one. But yeah, subscribe. Hit the bell. Follow me on social at Miami Radio Beast. And feel free to tell me how shitty this video was. Peace.